Still ways away from it getting too cold.
Yeah,
Right.
and it doesn't get that cold here terribly often. You just have one of both. Problem solved.
There you go.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, cloudy yesterday and today. It's been kind of nice under the clouds. It has suppressed high temperatures into the upper 80s, and it gives us these nice sunrises and sunsets. Got a barge coming in, big tanker coming into the port there. 84 degrees outside, an east to southeast wind, 8 miles per hour. Today we had Virga. This is what happens when rain falls from a cloud and does not make it to the ground because the air is too dry near the surface, so it evaporates. And that's what Virga is. So if you've been looking at the radar and seeing all these showers approaching from the west and then they kind of fall apart the closer they get to the radar, that's because you're sampling that rain at a lower level. At the time it's getting to about 281, it's evaporating before it hits the ground. So we're going to see that continue this evening. There may be a few sprinkles out near Laredo, but by and large the clouds are going to start to go away tonight, decreasing cloud coverage thanks to some drier air working in from the southwest. You see that represented in those tan colors there. We're going to pay attention to this upper level feature over the desert southwest. This is going to dive to the south, but around the counterclockwise flow from it, it's going to fling in a little piece of energy on Friday, and that should be enough to at least warrant the chance for some isolated showers here on Friday. The rain chances trend down this weekend. A little front's going to stall in Texas, won't push completely through, but it is looking like that little energy coming in Friday will give us that chance for an isolated shower here before we head into the weekend. Tracking the tropics now, we've got a new depression in the Atlantic, number 12. This will not be a problem for the U.S. The one we're going to watch closely is tropical wave moving toward the Caribbean. It's Invest 91L. The Weather Service, the Hurricane Center, is giving it a high probability to develop, 70%, as it tracks from east to west across the Caribbean over the next 5 days or so. There is really not a lot of wind shear in the Caribbean in its path, so I would expect that some development does happen as it gets into the Caribbean. The spaghetti plot this evening shows that due west course right into Central America, maybe a little bend to the north on some of the guidance there, but it looks like at this point that would be the most reasonable solution. High pressure setup in the Gulf should suppress any northward turning, but keep in mind this is still over a week away, and any shifts in that high may have or alter the eventual outcome of this invest. So it's something we're going to watch very closely. Hurricane season doesn't end until the end of November, and the sea surface temperatures in its path, mid-80s in the Caribbean, mid to low 80s in the Gulf of Mexico. You only need 80 degrees to have and sustain a tropical system. So I'm not saying it's going to come here. I am saying something to watch, not worry about with that system for Texas right now. Decreasing cloud coverage overnight. Tomorrow we'll have a few passing high altitude clouds, but should catch more sunshine than today. Overnight lows upper 60s in the coast, low 60s farther inland, mid 70s at the beach. I've got us at 69 in Corpus Christi tonight with decreasing cloud coverage and a light and variable wind. Tomorrow we'll top out in the 90-degree range, upper 80s to low 90s with some passing high clouds, just a touch of humidity and an east to northeast breeze, 7 to 14 miles per hour. Again, near 90 for most of us tomorrow, mid 80s at the beach. On the water, just 1 to 2 foot waves, smooth on the bays, and an east to northeast breeze, 5 to 10 knots. So tomorrow looking good with that high temperature up near 90 degrees. A little chance for rain on Friday, just isolated activity, and then the weekend mainly sunny to partly cloudy with high temperatures in the upper 80s. Rudy, Leslie.
All right, Alan.